ain't getting on Instagram, oh man, this market manipulation. It always been market manipulation. What you think happened when Bill Ackman got on TV in 2020 and said, yeah, the market should be doing this and people should be doing this and people should be doing that. And then the whole market fell off. Come to find out he had a short against the market and he turned 200 million or 2-point-something billion. That's market manipulation. What you think happened when the CEO go on Jim Cramer? They don't want to be on no goddamn Jim Cramer. Why you think they go on Jim Cramer? To talk to you about their stock so they can do what? Manipulate the market. What you think people go on Jim? What you think they go on Jim Cramer for? Because they want us to know about their company? Hell no. They go on Jim Cramer to promote their business so they can tell you what they doing, and Cramer asks all them friendly ass questions so they can say the good stuff. That be alley-oops all day. Here go alley-oop, boom. Here go alley-oop, here go alley-oop, here go alley-oop, so they can promote their company so you can buy into their company. What you think they doing that for? They don't want to talk to us about their company. That's the last thing they want to do outside of that earnings call. Because guess what? We not the audience. We not the audience on CNBC. We the audience on Trap and Tuesday. We the audience on the other shows. We not the audience on CNBC. That's a different audience on CNBC. That's why we created Trap and Tuesday. So we can have an audience. We ain't the audience. So when they go on Cramer and they go on Yahoo Finance, when they go on CNBC and when they go on Bloomberg, man, they not talking to us. They going to promote. They going to promote, and they going to ask all the questions that you don't never see them ask no questions that disrupt what they got going on. You ain't never saw Cramer say, hey, why you sold that down? Why you doing this? Cramer is brilliant, whether you believe it or not. Hey, this was a fund manager. He know all the questions that ask. Hey, why, that don't look right on the balance sheet. That don't look right on the income statement. Why you ain't, hey, what this is? I saw you did that. He don't ask none of that. He be like, hey, yeah, so we saw you draw revenue up 15. Tell us why. Tell us how you did that. That's the easy alley-oop. You tomahawk that thing like Air Dog. Y'all know about Air Dog. NBA Jam. That's what that is. Ain't none of that to disrupt nothing. All of that is to alley-oop so you can make that stock go up. That's what that's for. The character got you not seeing the market and the opportunity in front of you. The calling is to change your family. And so what happens is, watch this. I'm about to say something that I said a while back, but I'm going to reiterate it here. What happens when the old truth collides with a new truth? You got to choose the one that serves you best. The old truth might have been something, but now it done collided with a new truth. Which one serves you? If the old truth don't serve you no more, you gotta do away with it and you gotta embrace the new truth. The new truth is they getting money. The new truth is the wealthy people of America have increased their wealth by $5 trillion since this man been in office, and he ain't even been in there a year. There's a new truth. There's a new truth here, and we gotta be willing to step into it, y'all. So whatever it is, whatever it look like, bro, let's change our family. It's time to change our family. Cause bruh, we looking at it right in front of us, but we too busy, watch this, and there's nothing wrong with it. But it is something wrong with it. We looking at it happen, but we too worried about Cardi B and her baby daddy. We too worried about if Cash Doll broke up with your boy. We too worried about all the stuff that don't matter. That shit ain't getting us no money. Shade Room got more comments and likes than any financial channel in the game. But watch this. Watch what I'm about to say here. But the Shade Room probably got the brokest audience. And I'm saying that with no shade. Pun intended. Ah, look at Black Robin Hood. Salute, my G. the Shade Room probably got more people in their audience than they got more engagement than put the financial literacy channels together, but they got the brokest audience, and I guarantee you that. You know why? Because we like to be entertained instead of educated. And one thing I will say, what I appreciate about the financial literacy channel, like for the most part, man, niggas ain't on here shucking and jiving and dancing. Man, I ain't doing all that, man. I'm about to give you this information, fam. I ain't about to be flipping around and, man, I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna give you this information and you do what you want to do with it. Whether you paying for the group or not, or you paying somebody else or not, what I am saying is they got so many people that look like us, sound like us, talk like us, that is legit, that's giving us information, but we keep looking for the bullshit, and then we wonder why we broke. And so now when the government ain't doing right by us, now we mad at them. No, you gotta do right by yourself. If you allow them to feed you, you get them permission to starve you. Get out your character and get in your calling. Get out your character and get into your calling. Stop worrying about who got this many baby daddy. That don't mean nothing to you. That don't put no money in your pocket. That don't pay no bills. What that market do? What that market do? What them stocks do? That's why I was clowning with the Patreon, but bro, you up at 1 o'clock on the charts, man, get that money. Because that's what I be doing sometimes. Get that money. It mean that much to you, fam. You willing to sacrifice it. I would rather you be doing that than be scrolling on the Shade Room. Get that money. Get that money, man. Because that's what's going to save you and your family. Because we getting so close to the have and have-nots, and you ain't seeing it. The people telling you right now, AI is going to take away this job, that job, that job, that job. And here's the thing about America. Once they take something away, they ain't bringing it back. We ain't gonna never see a quarter juice no more. We ain't gonna never see 25-cent bag of chips no more. Guess what? The deficit gonna keep going up, fam. It ain't coming down. Ain't nobody gonna get in there and get that thing down. They can't even agree with each other inside on what's best for us. How the hell they gonna agree with what's best for you? Bro, they got people that's not getting money right now because they're on a furlough. They can't even come together and say, hey, bro, let's do the right thing so these people can go to work, bro. What make you think they gonna put some laws in place that's gonna help you? Follow the money. Get the money, get the crypto, get the stocks, trade, get the real estate, hit a thing. You can do it all. Ain't no limit. They printing money. You take the fake money and you put it into real assets. That's what you do. You take the fake money that they printing. Don't be, oh, this money ain't no worth nothing anyway. Cool, we know it ain't worth nothing. But guess what? You got people in the world worth billions, hundreds of them. Guess what they doing? Taking the fake money and putting it in assets. You heard what Larry Ellison said. He said, hey, I don't sell my stocks. I just borrow against it. That's how I bought a yacht. That's how I bought an island. That's how I bought a mansion. You take the stocks, you borrow against it. That's all you got to do, fam. You worrying about, man, I don't care about no gold chain. I don't care about no chain. I don't care about no car. I don't care about none of that. You got 3.5 years to make more money than you ever made in your whole life, and you ain't got no excuse. Your problem is you ain't got no goddamn discipline. Run the bag up, because the bag don't never gotta stop running. We've been saying buy gold for years. Guess what you're trying? Man, get the gold. Trade the gold. Trade it. You see what's going on. You see what's going on. Stop, look, we know they ain't gonna save us. We know with all the money they got in the world, guess what? They ain't gonna listen, with all the money, they got billions. Here's what you doing. Oh, nobody shouldn't have all that money. You know why you saying that? You speaking from a broke mindset. Man, nobody shouldn't have that much money. They can end world hunger. Why you ain't ending world hunger? Why you using your paycheck to end world hunger? Because guess what? Every dollar counts. But you know what you can't be doing? Man, get some money. Guess what? You get some money out the stock market. I don't tell people when I do little stuff. I do stuff all the time. That ain't for me to do. That's for between me and God and that person. I done paid for funerals, I done paid for scholarships, I done paid people rent, I done did all that. I ain't never posted none of that. You know why? That's between me and God and that person. I ain't tripping on that. But guess why I can do it? I'm gonna get in that market and get that money. And I don't care what nobody got to say about it. You could be the same way. no difference between me and you. You trade ICT or ICT, you trade the strat, you trade all the block, I trade support and resistance, I trade, but guess what? Get the money. That's all that matter, bro. If you better than me, cool. If I'm better than you, cool. Get the money. And talk about the other stuff later. Because guess what? Once you learn how to get the money, guess what you can do? You can teach the people around you how to get the money. That's impact. You know why I'm happy my cousin made $11,000 on this trade? He finally got to $11,000. That man been watching me for years. I say, hey, bro, you ain't gonna get tired of me making this money? And one day he came into the building and said, say, bro, y'all out your mind. We letting Trap make all this money in the market, bro. We got to be losing our goddamn mind, not to be following what he doing. I say, cuz, I'll give you the course, but I ain't paying for you. You got to pay to get in that Patreon. That's what he said. You know what? You sure is right. Came, he said, say, bro, I made $11,000 in this trade this year. I like it, cuz. I said, hey, the first 100,000 gonna set you off. Here's why. Once you change yourself and the people around you see that it's working for you, here's your biggest problem. You trying to tell people to trade and they ain't seen it change your life yet. You trying to tell people about the market and they ain't seen it change your life yet. One thing we know about our people, once they see it change our life, then they gonna buy in. So once I show them, hey, here go 100 grand, fam. Hey, here go 200 grand, fam. That's why I put them big numbers up on Instagram. So, cause I know that's what get our people attention. That's why I show the wins and the loss. I want you to see me make 100,000, 200,000, and I'm gonna post the loss before you can even ask me for it because I need you to see the upside and the downside, but the upside make you a believer. Because we wired that way. That upside gonna make you a believer. That boy made $1 million in a play. God damn. Hey, how I do that, fam? Now here's the crazy part about us. What's this part about us that done blew my god doggone mind? I can post all them wins in a row, nobody joins. The minute I post that loss, we get flooded. That let me know something. Here's what that let me know. We dying for people to be real with us. We love, so I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna keep it 100 every time. I'm gonna show you the loss no matter what. Because I want you to know there's a cost to this game. Changing your family ain't easy. It's the hardest thing that you ever gonna do. Because in your mind, the trade is played out. But when you get there, you gotta press that button, it's a different ball game. But guess what? It's possible. Bro, this the gift that don't stop giving. I don't care what happened. I don't care who in office. Guess what I do know? Guess what I do know? The wealthy 1%ers in this world that's increasing their net worth, guess what? 95% of 80% of it is tied to the stock market. So guess what? I don't care what they do with it. That stock market ain't going nowhere. It's here. So you buy your crypto, you buy your stocks, you trade your stocks, you trade your crypto, you trade your Forex, whatever it's gonna do. Guess what? Get that money, fam. Guess what the pandemic showed us? Ain't no job secure. Guess what? If you thought you had job security, the pandemic showed you there's no such thing as job security. So guess what you need to be doing? Finding out a way to get some money on your own. That way, when they do furlough you or something like that, you ain't dependent on them. You say, guess what? I'm good. As a matter of fact, give my seat to somebody else. I'm good. That's the game. If you allow them to feed you, you get them permission to starve you. Now, here's the thing that we know about that. If you let somebody starve you once, they'll make it a habit. If I don't check you the first time you try to starve me, it's a done deal. So the first time they try to starve you, you say, yeah, guess what? I'll never be in that position again. One of our biggest issues is once they try to starve us the first time, we forgave them and went back to them. Once they showed you the first time during the pandemic, you said, guess what? I just want my job back. I just want my benefits back. I want my 401k back. I need my retirement back. I need my pension back. Instead of you really saying, back, you just, no matter what I thought before that, my eyes open right now. Guess what? I'm about to learn how to do something that, go get the money, man. Stocks and scriptures, man. That's how the game go. This how the game go. The word tells us diligent hands build wealth. It also tells us there's a man that built his house on rock. There's a man who built his house on sand. Now here's the crazy part. The house got washed off on sand and you ain't learned nothing from it. You built another house on sand. You took from 2022 to 2025 to build another house on sand. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna walk in the wilderness, fam. Or guess what? When I go back here, I'ma now take the money from here to build me a house on a rock. Because if you starve me once, you'll do it again. And the next time, you've now created a habit from it. But yet we got politicians that's outperforming Warren Buffett. We got politicians that's outperforming the best hedge fund managers in the game. How? How, Cleo Fields? How, Nancy Pelosi? How, the boy who used to coach at Auburn? How? How you outperforming Warren Buffett? How you outperforming Bill Ackman? How? Explain to me. Exactly. The game ain't never been fair. And the only people that look for the game to be fair is the people that's dependent on the people who write the rules to save them. And they ain't never wrote the rules in your favor. So if they ain't never wrote the rules in your favor, why the hell you think they're gonna write some rules to save you? They're gonna always put the rules in favor for them. I don't care how many apps come out, track these politicians, and they try to shine light on these politicians. Guess what? They took all that and swept it under the rug. Yeah, banned Congress from trading. You heard that for about 2 weeks. Then guess what the next thing you heard? Nancy Pelosi put another trade in. They ain't gonna never stop it, fam.